Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you may sting. Do you know why so many men your age feel invisible around younger women? It's not because you're too old, too tired, or too out of touch. It's because no one ever taught you how attraction really works in the female mind. While you've been busy working, sacrificing, and surviving, an entire generation of men has lost the art of being magnetic. But here's the truth. Younger women are not blind to older men. In fact, there are hidden switches inside their psychology that you can flip if you understand the unspoken codes that most men never discover. This is not about manipulation. This is about presence, energy, and a raw confidence that doesn't fade with age. Imagine walking into a room and without saying a word, she notices you. Not for what you wear, not for your hairline, not for the size of your bank account, but for something deeper. That gravitational pull that makes her lean in before you even speak. That is not a fantasy. That is something you can cultivate. But the sad reality is, most men never will, because they settle. They think aging is a curse, when in fact it can be the ultimate advantage. Younger women admire older men who carry themselves like a storm, calm on the surface, powerful underneath. But let me ask you, when was the last time a woman truly admired you? Not just respected your work ethic, not just thanked you for being nice, but admired you with that look in her eyes that says she feels safe, intrigued, and drawn to you all at once. If you can't remember, then stay with me, because the problem isn't women. The problem is the signals you're sending without even knowing it. Right now, you may be broadcasting weakness, doubt, or neediness, and women, especially younger women, pick up on that instantly. What you'll discover here are 7 powerful attraction hacks that shift the game completely in your favor. 7 hidden truths that most men will never hear. And once you see them, you'll never see yourself or women the same way again. Have you ever noticed how some older men seem to have a magnetic pull over younger women almost effortlessly? It's not luck, it's strategy, but the kind that doesn't feel like strategy. It's subtle. It's in the way they carry themselves, in the way they speak, and in the energy they radiate before a word is even spoken. Let's start with the first hidden truth: presence. Not just being there, but truly commanding attention without demanding it. Women, especially younger ones, sense confidence in milliseconds. It's in the posture, the calm in the eyes, the absence of frantic energy. Most men think confidence is about being loud, showing off, or displaying wealth. They're wrong. True presence is quiet, magnetic, and grounded. Imagine this. You walk into a room, and instead of trying to impress, you simply exist fully in the moment. Your energy says, "I know who I am. I am enough." That statement, silent but potent, triggers admiration. Younger women are wired to notice stability, wisdom, and control. When you are anchored, you immediately stand out among men who fidget, over-explain, or chase attention. Presence is not just body language. It's a mental state. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing your value, not pretending to know it. And here's the catch. Cultivating presence requires discipline, awareness, and emotional intelligence. You have to know yourself, confront your insecurities, and stop seeking approval from anyone, especially women. The second truth is anticipation. Younger women are drawn to men who can anticipate their emotions, their desires, and even their silent questions. You don't have to be psychic. You need to be observant. Notice patterns, subtle cues, and micro-reactions. When a woman senses that you get her without her saying a word, admiration grows exponentially. It feels effortless because she doesn't even notice the work behind it. This is where older men have a natural advantage. They've lived, they've observed, and they've decoded human behavior in ways younger men simply haven't. Finally, combine presence with restraint. Do not give everything at once. Mystery is magnetic. If you reveal too much too soon, your struggles, your desires, your fears, you risk diluting your power. The paradox is simple. The more composed and measured you are, the more women lean in. It's psychological gravity. Women are drawn to what challenges them slightly, what is solid, yet unpredictable. And here's the subtle secret. Once you master presence and anticipation, you create an invisible thread that pulls her toward you without a single chase. Now let's talk about a quality that most men completely underestimate: emotional command. Women, especially younger women, aren't just drawn to looks, money, or status. They're drawn to a man who can navigate emotions without being consumed by them. Imagine a storm outside, chaos all around, and yet there is a man who remains calm, composed, steady. That stability triggers admiration on a deep, almost instinctual level. Younger women feel the security of being near someone who isn't tossed by every minor emotional wave. It's magnetic because it signals strength, experience, and resilience. Here's what most men miss. Emotional command is not suppression. It's mastery. It's feeling every emotion fully, but choosing how to express it. Anger, frustration, excitement, desire. They all exist, but you don't broadcast them. Women sense this control unconsciously. They pick up on it before they even speak. This is why older men often appear effortlessly attractive. They've learned how to handle themselves in a world that younger men are still struggling to navigate. They don't need to prove themselves. They already have a track record of surviving, thriving, and moving forward regardless of circumstance. That history shows in posture, tone, and energy, and younger women notice it. Next, let's examine conversation as a tool for attraction. Most men treat talking like it's information exchange. Wrong. Talk like it's a dance. Your words should intrigue, challenge, and resonate. Avoid over-explaining or trying to impress. Ask questions that make her reflect on herself, not just your life. When a woman feels understood, appreciated, and slightly challenged simultaneously, she begins to admire you without realizing why. This is emotional layering, creating subtle depth without revealing the entire map of your inner world. Mystery plus understanding equals fascination. Finally, add selective attention. Don't overinvest in her approval. Admiration grows when a woman senses that your focus is deliberate, not desperate. Your attention becomes valuable, scarce, and therefore magnetic. Watch her lean in. Watch her curiosity spike. That's the invisible game most men never learn. They give too much too soon, leaving nothing to desire, nothing to respect. The older man who balances emotional command, measured conversation, and selective attention becomes the man women notice, admire, and respect. Not because he forces it, but because he exists in a way most men cannot. Now, let's dive into one of the most underestimated attraction hacks: status without showing off. Younger women are instinctively drawn to men who carry an aura of achievement, not arrogance. This isn't about wealth, flashy cars, or designer clothes. That's superficial and easy to mimic. Real status is subtle. It's in the way you handle challenges, how people treat you, and the calm authority you exude in everyday life. When you enter a room, she should sense that you matter, that your presence commands respect, not because you demand it, but because it radiates naturally. Think about it. Women are hardwired to detect competence and reliability. If you show confidence in your skills, your decisions, and your life path, it triggers admiration on a deep psychological level. But the key is restraint. Status is magnetic when understated. Loud boasting or constant reminders of your accomplishments destroy intrigue. Instead, let your actions speak. Let others acknowledge your value and watch her curiosity grow. A man who carries quiet competence becomes the man she notices first and remembers longest. Next comes the power of humor with intelligence. Younger women love to laugh, but not just at jokes. They laugh at men who can create mental and emotional tension, then release it with wit. A sharp sense of humor signals intelligence, confidence, and social mastery. It shows that you are comfortable in your skin, unafraid of judgment, and capable of turning tension into attraction. Humor is a bridge, a subtle signal that draws her closer while letting her feel safe and intrigued at the same time. Now, let's talk about boundary mastery. Women unconsciously test men, especially younger women, to gauge strength and confidence. The older man knows where he stands and sets limits without hesitation. He does not bend to whims or seek approval. Boundaries are magnetic because they demonstrate self-respect and emotional maturity. When she senses that you value yourself above fleeting desire, admiration naturally follows. Finally, integrate subtle physicality. Younger women are drawn to men who exude controlled, intentional physical presence. It's not aggressive or overbearing. It's in the way you move, the confidence in your posture, and the light, respectful touches that communicate connection without desperation. Combine this with presence, emotional command, and understated status, and you create a silent language of attraction that pulls her in effortlessly. Now, let's uncover a truth most men overlook: the power of intrigue and unpredictability. Younger women are drawn to men who are layered, mysterious, and slightly unpredictable, not chaotic, but nuanced. Think about it. If a man reveals everything about himself immediately, admiration fades, curiosity dies. The older man knows how to pace revelation. He shares enough to connect, but holds back enough to remain fascinating. This is magnetic because women unconsciously crave a puzzle that challenges them slightly, yet feels safe enough to explore. This leads to the next hidden hack: consistency with occasional surprise. Women admire men who are reliable, men whose words match their actions, men who keep their promises, men who show stability. Yet they are equally drawn to men who occasionally break patterns in small, exciting ways. A spontaneous thought, a surprising insight, or a gesture that shows you're thinking differently. These moments create peaks of interest that embed admiration deeply. Think of it as rhythm. Stability provides comfort, and subtle surprises ignite desire. Another overlooked magnetism factor is non-neediness. Younger women can sense desperation a mile away. Older men who have mastered life's challenges exude calmness. They do not chase approval. Their focus is on growth, ambition, and meaningful experiences. Women feel it instinctively. A man who is centered, self-sufficient, and purposeful becomes desirable simply because he radiates strength and freedom. Neediness is a silent signal of insecurity. Confidence is a silent signal of power. Let's add mentorship energy. Women, consciously or unconsciously, admire men who inspire, guide, and elevate. This isn't about being a teacher in the literal sense. It's about showing wisdom through your decisions, your advice, and your perspective. When a woman senses that you see the bigger picture, that you've navigated life's storms and emerged stronger, she admires you on a level that goes beyond attraction. It's respect mixed with fascination. Finally, integrate calculated patience. The older man understands timing. He knows when to speak, when to act, and when to wait. Women notice patience, especially in a world of instant gratification. The ability to delay, to observe, and to respond thoughtfully signals maturity and stability. Combined with presence, emotional command, subtle humor, and intrigue, patience transforms your energy into an invisible magnet. Women lean in without even realizing why, because everything you do signals that you are a man who understands life, women, and yourself at a profound level. Now let's reveal one of the most powerful attraction secrets that older men rarely exploit: the art of selective vulnerability. Younger women are not drawn to men who are emotionally closed off. They are drawn to men who know themselves deeply enough to share the right layer of truth at the right time. This is not oversharing or whining about your past. It's subtle, controlled, and strategic. When you reveal a carefully chosen vulnerability, it signals depth, authenticity, and emotional intelligence. She senses that you are human, yet strong, and it ignites trust and admiration like nothing else. Next is the mastery of emotional pacing. Younger women experience emotions vividly, often intensely. The older man who can mirror, regulate, and pace emotional interactions becomes magnetic. This doesn't mean being manipulative. It means guiding the emotional tempo so that every interaction builds tension, intrigue, and connection. She feels heard, stimulated, and yet safe. That balance is rare, and it immediately separates you from the majority of men who either crash into emotion too hard or disappear under pressure. Another critical component is the cultivation of a unique lifestyle. Women notice men whose lives are rich, meaningful, and unapologetically their own. This is where older men have a natural advantage. They have experiences, perspectives, and resources that younger men are only beginning to acquire. Whether it's travel, hobbies, professional mastery, or intellectual pursuits, a man with a compelling life exudes irresistible energy. She is drawn not just to you, but to the world you inhabit. Then comes subtle sexual tension mastery. This isn't about aggression, coercion, or gimmicks. It's about controlled energy. The older man knows how to maintain a magnetic sexual presence without forcing it. His energy teases, invites, and communicates desire in a way that feels natural and safe. Younger women sense this instinctively. It's part of the invisible thread that pulls them closer while keeping respect and intrigue intact. Finally, the integration of all these traits consistently creates a rare combination. A man who is confident, emotionally intelligent, intriguing, and irresistible without appearing desperate. When she senses a man like this, admiration turns into fascination, and fascination turns into desire. And here's the thing most men never realize. It's not one hack alone that works. It's the synergy. Presence, emotional command, humor, status, intrigue, patience, vulnerability. They combine into an invisible aura that younger women notice immediately, even if they can't articulate why. Now, let's bring it all together. By this point, you should understand that attracting younger women isn't about gimmicks, lines, or flashy displays. It's about mastering yourself. Every attraction hack I've shared builds on the same foundation: presence, emotional command, intrigue, status, humor, patience, and selective vulnerability. Combine them consistently, and you become a man who doesn't chase admiration. He radiates it. She notices, she leans in, and she respects a man who moves through life with intention, wisdom, and quiet power. Here's the truth most men never grasp. Younger women are wired to respect men who embody balance. Strength without arrogance, mystery without secrecy, desire without desperation, stability without rigidity. These qualities trigger admiration on a level deeper than physical attraction. They touch the instinctual, emotional, and psychological layers of her mind. She feels drawn to you because your energy says, "I am a man who knows himself, knows what he wants, and will never compromise my value." That silent communication is far more powerful than words, gifts, or superficial gestures. But understanding this isn't enough. You must practice it daily. Observe your posture, speak deliberately, hold back unnecessary information, notice her reactions, adjust your energy while maintaining authenticity. This is where the older man's natural advantage comes in. Experience. You've navigated challenges, endured setbacks, and learned lessons that most younger men haven't even faced yet. Every scar, every triumph, every moment of self-mastery becomes part of your invisible magnetism. Now, I want to leave you with a personal challenge, an equation that reveals how well you're applying these principles. Ask yourself, my presence, plus my emotional command, plus my intrigue, plus my consistency. Cass. Fill in the blank, honestly. Share your answer in the comments because reflection is how transformation begins. The more you understand the sum of your energy and actions, the more you can amplify it. If this video gave you insights you've never heard before, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this truth. Attraction isn't random, it's a skill. And once you master it, admiration, respect, and genuine connection aren't luck, they're inevitable. Remember, younger women aren't just noticing older men, they're noticing the man who has mastered himself.